Hello everyone. Welcome back to the lecture of cooperation. So today we are going to learn about merits and demerits of CS. Okay. In our last lecture we have learned about features of CS, and today we are going to learn about merits and demerits of CS. So the first merit is ease of formation. Okay, or easy formation we can say. So why CS is easily formed? It is given here. The formation of cooperative society is quite easy as it requires the induction of only 10 adult members. 10 adult member means they should be above 18, of course. And why 10 members? And one more thing, that 10 members should be from 10 different families, not from the same family. Okay, the formation of cooperative society is quite easy as it requires only 10 members. We require only 10 members, so the formation of CS will be very easy. Okay, and as I told you that 10 person should be from 10 different families. Why? Because whatever we can say gain will be there, or profit will be there, or facilities will be there by which will be given by CS to members if 10 members are from 10 different families. So the facilities, the profit, the income, the saving, all that will be help to 10 different families. Okay, not to the same family. If the 10 members are from same family, all the benefits of CS will be given to the same family. We want, or CS want to we learn it is service motive. CS wants to give service to society, and in society there are many families, so the 10 members should be from 10 different families so that the benefits will be given to many people. Okay, the formation of cooperative society is quite easy as it requires the induction of only 10 adult members. And what else is given? Its registration process is also simple. Okay, means as we can say state government controls it. Yes, so the documentation will not be so lengthy, or its registration process is also simple. Means the registration process is simple. Okay, it does not require many documentation. Okay, so for becoming a member documentation is required, but for also registration documentation is required, as a Talhati certificate whether the members are from 10 different families, then bank certificate, then NOC of land, means non-obligation certificate. Okay, many things, many of these certificates are required by the for the registration of society, but it is quite simple we can say, because it is because CS comes under state government. Okay, because of that the formation of cooperative society is easy. Okay, next is continued existence. The cooperative society is a stable form of organization. Stable. Okay, as its existence remains unaffected by death, insolvency, or insane of its members. Means whether the member dies or becomes insolvent or insane, it does not affect the society. Okay, as we learned, it has separate legal entity. Okay, so the existence of CS is continuous. Okay, because it is having separate legal entity, it is different from its members. Okay, next one is open membership. Membership of cooperative society is open to all person. As you learned in our last lecture, membership does not depend upon caste, creed, religion or gender. No bar to membership. Means members means society. In society, members can be male, female, of any religion, of any caste, of any creed. It does not depend on that for the membership. CS does not depend on caste, creed, religion or gender for the membership. Okay, it is open for all. Anyone can become the member of CS. What is given next? Democratic management. Democratic here means the management of a cooperative society is democratic in nature. Democratic means everyone is having their equal rights. Like you can speak, you can give your opinion. That is democratic. Okay, the management of the cooperative society is democratic in nature, as it is managed and controlled by managing committee formed by its member. As I told you, that managing committee is formed by members by doing votes and all. Different voting techniques are there. So by voting, the managing committee forms. And here democratic management, every member is we can say CS gives them comfort to speak or to give new ideas or to implement new ideas or to give some other opinion. They are, we can say, democratic management. Okay, they are free to speak, they are free to give their opinion. The management of cooperative society is democratic in nature. Means as it is managed, because it is managed by managing committee, there is democratic management. Means here rules and regulations are framed by state government, but it is managed by members. As I told you that members chose managing committee, and managing committee takes decision that what should be done, how many raw material should be there, or with whom contract will be done, or anything other than this. Okay, so all this decision are taken by managing committee. Means managing committee has that authority to take a decision. They have that power. Okay, so here we can say it is democratic. State government is not forcing managing committee, or state government is not forcing members to listen to them. Democratic management is there. Means managing committee can do work according to them. Okay, so what is next here? Equal voting rights, as you learned about it in features only in last lecture. There is equality in voting rights as it follows the policy of one member, one vote. As I gave you example in features, right? Suppose A is having 10,000 shares and B is having only 200 shares. Okay, so if the policy is one share, one vote, means for every share A is having voting authority, means he can vote 10,000 times because he is having 10,000 shares, right? If the policy is one share, one vote, and according to that example, A will vote 10,000 times and B will vote only 200 times because B is having 200 shares. Here you can see the equation: 10,000 shares and 200 shares, 10,000 votes and 200 votes. Is that equal? Is that giving justice to the poor people or people who are not so financially strong? No. So what is happening here? So the policy is there that one member, one vote. Means whether you are having 10,000 shares, one share or 1 lakh share, you will vote only once. That will be equal justice, we can say, or equal for everyone. Okay, non-biased. Okay, there is equality in voting rights as it follow the policy of one member, one vote. Whether you are having 10,000 shares or one share, you will vote only once. So the equality of voting is there in CS, that is cooperative society. No partiality is there. What is given next? Limited liability. The degree of liability of a member is limited to the amount of capital contributed by him or her. Means what here? Limited liability means how whatever contribution is done by you, whatever investment is done by you, how much capital you are bringing to CS, you are liable to pay to that much amount only at the time of losses. Okay, if suppose I am investing 10,000 rupees or I am contributing 10,000 rupees as a capital in CS at the time of formation, so at the time of loss I will be liable only to that amount only, or only to that 10,000 rupees only, not beyond that, because I am having limited liabilities. Yes, because if there were unlimited liability, what will be the situation here? If suppose I am having unlimited liability, I contributed 10,000 rupees, okay, and the loss is around 1 lakh rupees, and we have 5 members. Example, okay, we are 10 members and amount of loss is 20 lakhs. We are 10 members, so each person will be liable to pay 20,000 rupees, right? If we divide it in 10 people, okay, so each member is liable to pay 20,000 rupees. Why? Because he is having, or we are having, unlimited liabilities here, right? But because members are having limited liability, that is why they are liable to pay only to the amount invested by them, not beyond that. Yes, only to the capital contributed by them, okay, not beyond that, because they are having limited liabilities. Understood? So next is demerits. We learned features of CS, we learned merits of CS, and now we learn about demerits of CS. Okay, so what are the demerits actually? It is disadvantage, or we can say demerits of cooperative societies, drawbacks, limitations, all this means disadvantage or demerits. Okay, so what is here? Excessive government control means the government or society has to follow means the cooperative society has to follow certain rules and regulations framed by cooperative department to the concerned state government. Whatever rules and regulations formed by that particular government, suppose in Maharashtra, whatever rules and regulations framed by the Maharashtrian government, the CS needs to follow that, okay, because it is there in that state. So sometimes the government interferes a lot in CS, okay. Whatever rules are there, whatever regulations are there, cooperative society needs to follow that. Okay, this can be a drawback for CS if they are having some other idea, some better idea, but they need to follow rules framed by the government. This is a demerit here. Okay, the next demerit is limited capital. The financial resource that a cooperative society can raise from the public are limited. Means CS can raise only limited money from public, as the rate of dividend on capital is low and the principle of one member one vote is followed. Yes, mean rate of dividend is low means suppose on shares we get dividend. Yes, dividend means for investing our money we get money back. Okay, so the rate of dividend is low in cooperative society, so people hesitate to invest in cooperative society. So because of that, there can be limited capital also, means there is not a flow of money or we can say petty cash for the CS to do day-to-day work. It is very limited because the rate of dividend in CS is low. Okay, next is lack of secrecy. Secrecy means secrets. Secrecy of information in CS cannot be maintained at as it disclose information about its operation to its member. CS needs to disclose information to with members, and members can leak that information. So there is lack of information, or lack of secrecy, means cooperative cannot maintain secrets because it needs to disclose or discuss it with their members, and members can leak that information. Okay, so next one is lack of motivation. Members of cooperative society do not feel motivated to do their best as there is no incentive for hard work. Incentive, we can say, apart from your salary, whatever you are getting from CS. Yes, so no bonus, no vacation, nothing. So because of that, these people or members do not feel motivated. If members are not feeling motivated, they will not work in good manner or in better manner. They will not give their best. They will not give best output. So because of lack of motivation, members of cooperative society do not feel motivated to do their best as there is no incentive for hard work. Means no promotion, no bonus, no commission, nothing. So members do not feel motivated here. This is the another demerit of CS. Okay, next is conflicts, or we can say disputes, grudges. Members of cooperative society may lack maturity and experience to deal with business problems. Means they are not so mature, they are not so experienced to deal with whatever problem is coming in their path. Okay, this may lead to conflicts among the members. Means member may have grudges against each other, or they may don't like each other because of all this, because of lack of maturity or because of lack of experience. So members are from, we can say, weak family or weak economic background. So because of that, they are not that much mature, or they are not having that much experience, and because of lack of experience, because of lack of maturity, they leads to conflicts between them. The next is inefficiency in management. Inefficiency means not doing the work to its fullest and doing wastage. Okay, so inefficiency in management here means the management of CS generally comprises part-time or inexperienced people. Means people are working here as a part-time basis, or inexperienced people are working here. So because of that, there is inefficiency. They may not be skilled enough to handle managerial functions effectively. Efficiency means doing work at right time without any wastage. Opposite of it is inefficiency, means not doing the work in right time and doing the wastage. So because there is part-time workers, because there is inexperienced people working there, they may not work up to the mark. So because of this, what will happen? Inefficiency in management. And if there is inefficiency in management, of course CS will not be able to fulfill the needs, or will not be able to fulfill the goal of the CS. Yes, so these were the demerits of cooperative society. We also learned merits of CS. The first one was easy formation, then continued existence, open membership, democratic management, equality in voting rights, limited liability. These were the merits, advantage. Okay, and we also learned today demerits of CA, that is excessive government control, limited capital, lack of secrecy, lack of motivation, conflicts, and inefficiency in management. We learned about merits and demerits of cooperative society. In our next lecture, we are going to learn types of CS. Okay, so hope you all are learning and hope you all are seeing the video, watching the video. Okay, if you have any doubt, please ask your teachers about it. Okay, so students, stay home and study.